Hi everybody, and welcome to my first real YouTube video. My name is Chip Darnell. My call sign is KZ4QS. I'm an electrical engineer and I hold a ham radio advanced extra class license. I also have a GMRS license. I've had courses from the American Meteorological Society for storm chasing. I've had classes in disaster comms, and I'm currently studying for the FCC General Radio Telephone Operator's License. My mission today is to give you a quick start on the Baofeng UV-5RM ham/GMRS radio. This is probably one of the more popular, if not the most popular ham/GMRS radios out there. Today we'll get you up and going. The Baofeng UV-5RM provides a lot of bang for the buck. At the time of this video, you can pick these up for around 50 bucks for a 2-pack, which is great. The amount of features at this price point, and when I say 2 radios, I mean 2 radios and all of their accessories that you may need. That includes battery pack, antennas, a external microphone with some of the kits. Some of them also include the computer programming cable. It's a great deal. I would pay 2 to 3 times the amount that I can currently pick up these on Amazon, and you can too. And it's great for disaster comms at this price point. Let's flip the radio over and take a look first at the back. What you have here, this large piece right here, is a belt clip. And that belt clip is for hiking, biking. You can attach it so that you don't lose the radio. Also on the back, and more importantly, is a catch right here for the battery. And how you're going to take the battery out is you're going to go ahead and depress this catch and simultaneously slide the battery pack off the radio. Reattaching a new battery pack so you can talk longer, very simple. Just line up the little tracks on the battery with the rails on the radio. Go ahead and lift up your belt clip and slide it back into position and you'll hear a click. Done. Pretty neat. These 2 nodules right here provide a charging input, so when you put it on the charging cradle, your battery can charge. Let's look at the top of the radio now, and I'm going to rotate this so it's a little easier to see. You have 3 pieces up here of note. The first is the most important knob on the radio, and that is your on-off volume control. What you're going to do to turn the radio on is you're going to grasp this on-off knob with your thumb and forefinger, and you're going to go ahead and rotate it clockwise. You'll hear a click, and also the volume can be increased by rotating this clockwise. Turning it counterclockwise will turn the volume down, and all the way counterclockwise you'll hear another click, which will shut off the radio. The next item on the top here is a flashlight function, and that's really neat. It allows you to find things in your car on a dark night that are on the floor of your car. It's not super bright, but it's a nice feature. It's very handy. And the last function is your antenna connector, and antennas, you can put just about anything you want on this. Currently I have what's called a rubber ducky, and a rubber ducky is a flexible antenna, and these come in different lengths. The one that I currently have here is about 7 inches long. You can get little stubby ones that are about 1 inch long, and also on this antenna connector you can connect various things like a mobile antenna plug for your car that will mate with this antenna jack. And here's how you remove your antenna to make a swap. You go ahead and grasp it with your thumb and forefinger, and you rotate it counterclockwise to loosen the antenna. It's threaded, and after a few turns, the antenna will remove, and you'll notice you have the little threaded end right there. And I'll show you what that looks like here. There's the inside of that antenna jack. And again, if you have a base station antenna, your coax connector will be fitted with a N-type adapter, which this type of connector is, and you can connect your walkie-talkie to a base station or your car antenna with another similar N-type adapter. Let's go ahead and put this antenna back on. You're going to line up the tab into the hole. You're going to rotate it clockwise until it is tight. And there you go. There are two modes on the Baofeng UV-5RM. The first is channel mode, and what that is a set of pre-programmed in channels. Okay, and I have done that for the CC members. For others, you can either get a list of channels that you want to program in and program them in manually, or have somebody do that for you. And later in subsequent videos, I will show you how to program in those channels. But for the sake of this video, let's assume that you have a series of channels programmed into the radio. Okay, that is channel mode. And what you are going to do is you are going to select those channels using either your up arrow button here or your down arrow button here. And you will walk up and down in your channel memory. You will tell the person that you want to communicate with ahead of time which channel you will be using. So you will both agree that we're going to be using channel 2 for today's radio conversations, and you will go ahead, turn on the radio, and if you are a channel 1, you will use this up button to go to channel 2, and your partner on the other end of the line will do the same thing, and you'll be able to talk to each other. Let's go ahead and turn this on and see which mode we're in. Are we in the mode I just discussed, or are we in frequency mode? Frequency mode is entering in with this numeric keypad a variety of different frequencies. Now you can enter in police, fire, EMS, air traffic controllers, other GMRS radios, less powerful FRS radios, and guess what? This is a full-blown ham 2-meter radio, which is unbelievable at this price point. So again, channel mode or frequency mode. The radio will announce to you which mode it's in when you turn it on. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my volume knob up here, turn it clockwise.
Welcome. Channel mode.
Great, I'm in channel mode. And that's the mode that we're going to use for these first couple videos. And once you're in channel mode, you can go ahead and go up or down, as I indicated, to be able to talk to other people on different channels. Say if I turned on the radio and it said I was in frequency mode, well, no problem. This orange button here at the top of the front face of the radio, you will push that once, and you will go from frequency mode to channel mode and back again. Let's do that.
Frequency mode.
All right, we want to be in channel mode, so let's go ahead and push it again.
Channel mode.
Awesome, we're all set. Let's look at the left-hand side of the radio, and there are 3 buttons here that you have to be concerned with. The first is your call button, the second is your push-to-talk switch, and the third is your monitor switch. The call button, this orange button right here, serves a couple functions. Let's go ahead and short press that and see what happens. Pressing it again turns that off. That's pretty cool. That was an FM radio station. Now you can go ahead and program in any local station that you want. What I would recommend is programming in a station that has local news and updates. So if you're out in the field or if a disaster hits, you can go ahead, short press your call button, and listen to what's going on in your community. If you long press the call button, you're going to enable an alert function, and let's go ahead and see what that does. Okay, pressing it again will shut that off. That's great if you're in a dark parking lot and you see somebody that you don't like. You can go ahead and long press your call button, and it will flash the LED light and sound that alert tone. The next switch on the side here is probably the second most used control on the radio, and that is your push-to-talk switch. What you're going to do is you're going to float your thumb over this button without pressing it, and the radio is default in receive mode. But when you go ahead and you press this push-to-talk switch down with your thumb, you will be in talk mode. You are going to deliver your message, and this little LED right here on the front panel will turn red. When your partner on the other end of the line talks back to you, this LED will turn green so that you will know what mode you are in. And the last switch on the left-hand side is our monitor button. And a short press of the monitor button, we're going to do that right now, see what happens. Turns on your flashlight. Let's short press it again. It flashes your flashlight, which is nice if you want somebody to see you, maybe at night, or you want somebody from the air to locate you. Short pressing it again will shut that off. Now, this switch also serves as a monitor function switch, and I'll describe the details of that later, but it has to do with your squelch, which will silence the radio in various degrees, allowing louder signals to punch through the quiet of the radio. The nice part about a squelch is that you don't have to listen to a bunch of annoying hiss and static. But what the monitor button will do is it will lower the threshold of your squelch all the way down, so any signal that the radio can hear, including static, will come through. The front face of the radio is the business end, and there are two main sections of the front of the radio. The top, this portion up here, contains the channel mode, frequency mode functionality that I described in the last section of the video. The transmit LED right here, the AB switch, which I will go into in just a second, and also the channel search button that I will go into. Let me go ahead and turn off this light so you can see the display a little better. Okay, now there are two parts of this LCD display. Actually, I believe this is an OLED display. The top, you'll notice a series of numbers at the top here, which is your frequency that you will be tuned to. Your radio is a two-mode radio, and what that means, and this is pretty cool, you can listen to two channels on the radio and flip back and forth from them very simply, and that is using the AB switch. Notice what happens when I push this now. There's a red main lettering right here. This main, watch what happens when I switch the AB. It'll jump to the top display. Did you see that? Now main is appearing in the upper frequency. And what that means is this is currently the active frequency that you can listen and talk on. Now, if you want to, you can set your bottom frequency to be another one that you use often, and then with the AB switch, you can switch really quickly between those two. And let's do that one more time. Watch this main switch down to the lower set of numbers when I push it. There it goes. Another part of the LCD display is over here on the far right. You will notice a series of digits. That is the channel number. Remember when I said when we're in channel mode, what you're going to do is you are going to go up in channels or down in channels using your up and down buttons right here on the front. Let's go ahead and go. My radio happens to be on channel 21 on the upper display. Let's switch our active channel to the top display with the AB switch. There goes our main. And we're on channel 21 in the upper. Let's go down to channel 15. We're going to use our down arrow button.
20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15.
All set. Now we're on channel 15. And that is how you're going to go up and down on your channels. Now, if we wanted to go up and down on the channels on the lower part of the display, what do? We go ahead and push our AB switch again so that the main cursor here, I'll call it, will drop to that lower display. This display happens to be set for channel 5. Let's go up to channel 7. How are we going to do that? Go ahead and push
6, 7.
Our up arrow button until we get to the channel we want. Pretty cool. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is, now that I've hit these two main switches here, is the channel search functionality. That's kind of an advanced feature. But say we have 20 different channels filled with a lot of different people that we are talking to. Say we're on a search mission and we have local law enforcement on channel 1, we have the Boy Scouts on channel 2, we have EMS on channel 3. All of those are very important givers of news. So what we can do is, with this light green search key, is we can go ahead and depress this, and the radio will scan through those channels. As soon as it hears an active set of voices on that frequency, it will stop, allow that information to come through the speaker of the radio, and then it will begin scanning again. The cool part about that is that you don't have to go ahead and go up and down to talk to the Boy Scouts and EMS. The radio will search that for you and look for any active content. So that is your search key. Let's look down at the numeric keypad. And again, as I indicated, in frequency mode, this allows you to key in the different frequencies that you want to enter into your radio. Really neat, because back in the old days, you had to buy a crystal for every different frequency that you wanted to use. Now you just punch them in and you're good to go. This green button here on the top left of the numeric lower part of the front face of the radio is your menu key. And your menu key allows you to change the configurations of the Baofeng UV-5RM. There are several different menus. A lot of them are for more advanced features of the radio, like a repeater, setting the tone that repeater will open up. But fortunately for us, there's not many of those that we have to adjust. There's a few, and in subsequent videos, I'll show you how to go into the menu and change some things. But for right now, suffice to say that you can enter the menu by depressing this menu key, toggling through the menus with your up and down arrows, and exiting the menus with this red key. And that is all we have to worry about on the front face of the radio for the purposes of this quick start. Okay, we all have a pretty good idea now of the buttons that are the main ones we're going to be using for a quick start. Okay, so let's make a test call on the radio. Okay, and the first thing that we're going to do is, you guys should be pros by now. We're going to go ahead and grasp our on-off volume knob, rotate it clockwise until we hear what?
Welcome. Channel mode.
Excellent. Channel mode. That's right. Now, what would happen if it was not channel mode, if it came up in frequency mode? We'd go ahead and push our orange button here, and it would flip it to channel mode, which is what we want. Okay? The next thing that we're going to do is actually demonstrate how to make a call on this radio. And it's fairly simple. There's only a couple pro tips that I want to give you. And the first is the microphone on the Baofeng UV-5RM is located right above the AB switch, this blue AB switch. There's a little hole that you can't see in the video, but that little hole has the microphone element. Now, what you're going to do so you don't overwhelm your microphone is you're going to angle your radio at a 45-degree angle to your mouth, okay? And that's to prevent something called overmodulation. Overmodulation is when you talk right into the radio and you swamp it. The person on the other end of the line is going to have a difficult time trying to decode what you said because it'll come out a garbled mess. So go ahead and talk. You can use the blue AB switch as a guide. 45-degree angle of your radio to your mouth at the AB switch, okay? And just talk in a normal voice. And go ahead and depress your push-to-talk switch when you're ready to transmit. Release the push-to-talk switch button when you're done talking, and that's all there is to it. So what are you going to say? Well, the first thing is that I'm going to show you how to get your GMRS license. And once you get it, you are going to announce your call sign that you receive as part of your talk protocol. Okay, so you're going to do something like this. You're going to turn on the radio. You're in channel mode. You're on the channel that you and the person that you want to talk to have agreed on ahead of time. Hey, Chip, we're going to be talking on channel 2 today. Okay, great. I'm going to turn on my radio again, channel mode, flip to the upper or lower display, whichever one will have channel 2 pre-programmed into it. Go ahead and push my up arrow button until the right-hand display says channel 2. And now I know, good, I'm on the right frequency. Go ahead and angle my radio at 45 degrees, push my push-to-talk switch, KZ4QS radio check, release my button, and I just communicated. What did I just do? Well, I just told the people who may be listening that I'm not just anybody, but I'm a licensed GMRS operator. And they know that because I announced my call sign. Okay? Radio check was just asking for somebody to tell me if my radio is in fact working. Can they hear me okay? That's one of the things I can ask for. But because I want to talk to my friend today, I'm going to say, push the button, KZ4QS, Lori, are you out there? Take my finger off the button, and that's all there is to it. Okay, everybody, now you have a quick start for the Baofeng UV-5RM. Subsequent videos, we're going to go into some depth on the radio. We're going to look at some things like engaging a repeater. And repeaters are really neat. They grab your voice and retransmit them on another frequency so you can talk longer. We're going to go through some menu configurations. We're going to go through a brief walkthrough of some tricks of the trade that we can use to increase our talk power. So watch for those. Take care of yourselves and hope to hear you on the air soon. KZ4QS, over and out.